There's no easy way to say this. They're eating celebrity meat. Yeah, man, go ahead and get a whiff of that. Might as well just get this out the way. I got a lot of things to talk about that's much happier than this. But this came across the drop desk. Love the aqua tie, man. We're trying to put together the Soul Bone podcast, man. Look out for it, man. We're gonna put that together, and we're gonna take this, man, to a whole nother atmosphere, man. We in the ether. Shout out to the tribe. Yeah, this is something that will come across the Soul Bone podcast. This will come across the drop desk, man. Look, man, if you're shocked or amazed that these people eat people by now, with all the indigenous truth we done got about them eating and digging up our Indian graves and eating us right off the boat, digging up graves and eating them, like this is what is in their logs. They're testifying to that. We know these people like eating people. Let's just get this shit out the way. Back in my school days, man, I used to be a server. They call it a server or a waiter, man. I worked at this very expensive steak restaurant, man. I was serving all this meat, and I would see, people would order their meat blue, like cold, like, you don't want me to put it, excuse me, sir, you don't want that on a nice, warm, toasty plate to at least get a little sizzle. You just want cold meat on a cold plate. Just take it out and slap it on a plate and send it right over. That's how certain folks like it, man. Black or white. This is not about a race. That's how certain folks like it. Damn, what is beyond me? What is beyond me? Shit. This is beyond. This is beyond. Yeah, get a whiff of it, man. Let's get this out of our system so we can move on. I'll leave a link. I can't dig. I'm not even gonna. I'm done, man. I'm out of here, man. I don't know what to say. You see. Just know that certain folks like it like this. And they act, the only reason why they do like the medium rare is just to act civilized, you know what I'm saying? They really just want the shit rare. And they eat people. Yeah, and it's uncomfortable. What's in our meats? Getting off meat is not just about, oh, I don't like the taste of meat. It's like, what am I eating? How far does my trust level extend to this corporation to be giving me actual anything? They want to go beyond me. This is a whole site dedicated. It's called bitelabs.org. Shout out to my Naga on IG. I think it was Begins to End, Unanswered Universe as well. One of them, I think, was dropping this, man. Figured I'd share it. It came across the drop desk, Yeah. So they take tissue samples, It all starts with your favorite celebrities and a quick biopsy to obtain tissue samples. Now, these tissue samples are really important, especially if you're a Naga and you have, different type of tissues. You got, higher levels of melanin, right? They're isolating muscle stem cells. It's all about your cells, my Naga, right? We grow celebrity meat and our proprietary bioreactors. Look, this is a full website dedicated to this. And real or not real, I don't know, but it's here, okay? And that means that it's already, you already know. So let's not act like we're stretching about cannibalism, man. We know it's always been popping off. HaWah had to literally give us food laws, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit not to eat, stuff we can't eat, right? In the tradition of Italian cured meats, we dry, age, and spice our product into fine, whatever that is, man. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. You can't use big words, man. You don't deserve it, man. You don't deserve that big word, man. Help get celebrities on board. So then celebrities can sign up and say, hey, man, take my tissue sample, man. Do I get a cut? Yeah, man, I want some, I can't even play, man. I can't even do it, man. I can't do it. You know. Yeah. What's your vision? The future of meat is eco-friendly. Celebrity meat production requires less than 1% of the amount of land needed for traditional farming. The devil is so good at twisting what they do and as darkness as light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just kill and genocide a bunch of Negroes, a bunch of Nagas. That would actually be good for the environment because of population control. We're really saving our planet by eating people. How do you just skip over animals? Why does it got to be celebrity human beings? Are we just going to skip over the cannibal shit? Listen how they bring up animals. First they say this is just going to require 1% of the amount of land. Okay. For traditional farming, so let's eat people instead. I guess that's the reason, right? That's the reason for eating people, is that all that farming it would take, to eat animal, we wouldn't need to farm these human beings. I mean, we'll just grow them in our laboratories. We don't need to create fake animals because they still need to be farmed. But these cadavers, these bodies on bodies, we can grow. Come on. You see why you got to take your Shabbat, man? You know what I'm saying? Because this is the frequency of Hijack City. You can't be on they beat, on they rhythm. I don't care if you just want to go to Timmy's soccer game, and I get it. You got to work, I get it. But you got to break free at some point of this. We all do. We got to risk the fun, so to speak, to get out of Hijack City. Because you hear this devil talking. Currently, 70% of the world's farmland, almost 30% of the entire Earth's surface is used for raising animals. So yeah, chill with the animals. Let's go to the bodies. Let's eat people. Michael Jackson coming right up. You want some James Brown today? You want some Gwen Stefani? All they need is the stem cells, right? They're they already they already emptied their bodies of all their productive, parts already, right? They've already taken the good parts out before they even get buried, you know what I mean? So they got all this stuff already. They don't, they got it. They got the tissue samples and the cell, whatever, you know what I mean? Meat production today is simply unsustainable unless a radical change is made. Oh, that's radical. That's a radical change, boss. You eating people and you're making it cool, like, yeah, but it's fake meat. If you like to eat fake people, that means you like to eat real people. We got to address this. That's the elephant in the room. We got to talk about why you enjoy eating people. You're talking about everything else good other than why you like to eat people and why anyone could feel safe around you when you look at us like a snack, not like some type of poor man snack. No, this is a delicacy. Are people coming up missing? Are people being hunted down like a lick? Like a lick? Because the average Naga has 40 milli, 40 milli, 40 milli for them. 40 milli worth of melanin in their body. Huh? What you gotta say? What's good? Man, shout out to my big homie, man, for dropping this on me, man. This is just deep stuff, man. 40 milli, man. Right? I mean, we knew that melanin was expensive. When they break it up into the grams, 400 a gram or whatever it is, we're gonna get it. We need an update. But 40 milli? Does that explain a lot? Does that explain why they're hijacking us? 40 milli. I don't know, man. This just hits a little different. You know what I mean? Than, you know, what we'll normally get when we look up this melanin stuff. No. There's a whole book about it. Shout out to Namdi Azikiwe. Azikiwe. Shout out to my Nigerian Nagas, man. Always popping off. Melanin is worth more than gold. Yeah, man. Is this the era of the blessed generation? Oh, I think he's talking that talk. I think he's talking to the cons, you know what I mean? Who would have thought preparations for March 2014 sacred liberation or libation ceremony honoring 148 African American women lynched in America would result in the observation melanin is worth more than gold? Dr. Welsing first told us the chemical melanin is produced through a process known as melogenesis. Upon introduction of the chemical tyrosine to the enzyme tyrosinase, melanin is found in such diverse places as bird feathers, animal fur, reptile scales. Uh-oh. The dracons got the melanins. Microorganism, cephalopod ink, mushrooms, and even fossils. Mushrooms got melanin? Okay, I'm starting to look at mushrooms a little different, man. Additionally, melanin is found in the hair, skin, and eyes of people. Melanin is subjected to intense scientific scrutiny. Nevertheless, the highly educated people studying it had no idea melanin is worth more than gold. Man, just let this sink in before we get back to the $40 million conversation. As greedy as these mother-sucking hijacks are about gold, with this being common knowledge in their inner circles and elite, melanated or not, you are the only lick, man. You saw how crazy these people are about gold? I ain't talking to no particular race of people, because we were invaded by our own people. At least that's what we thought, man. We thought we was cousins and stuff. Oh, Charlesy boy. King Charles got melanin. Yeah. King James got melanin, man. Columbus got melanin, man. Oh, yeah, these Spaniards had melanin. They are Swarthy. Swarthy as a Spaniard, man. Y'all forgot? Nah, man. I need you to see this real clear, my nigga. Swarthy as a Spaniard, man. We in the Spokane Title Company. We in the Spokane Daily Chronicle, June 25th, 1918. And I'm just, I was just belly flopping in it, man. Just belly flopping with these nuggets, man. And they start talking about Spaniards. Spaniards and German Jews, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy talk. We had many types of Germans around us. Our company captain, a huge German Jew, was a most striking personality with a skin as swarthy as a Spaniard. Look up Swarthy and come back. I ain't got time to keep doing this with you, man. Man, fine, man. Fine. Last time for Aqua Tie battle, just because it involves the 1828 Northwest tradition. Because you are the dragon. This is the point I'm trying to get here. They got melanin in the dragon scales. And the dragon, my naga, is any male or female, man or woman, is a dragon. Just put it together. Because I will be talking about Dragon City, Ghost Town, Utah. Shout out to John Levi. And I will be talking a little more about that Gilsonite Shilajit. Because we got to keep this on our mind bone. We're talking health drop 101. HaWah, we're talking shooting meteors. HaWah. Because love to Lady Roos, love to Aqua Shamar. The meteorologists are being fired because they messing up St. Stephen's Day. Estebanico, who took him to the Nagaville, right? Took him right home to the Dragonland. Estebanico was melanated as a Moor. Watch how all this ties together. I'm sharing drop from Drop Nation, from IG, YouTube, the copper thread. We're just dropping all kinds of drop right now. I'm just sharing it with you. This is Drop Nation drop. Let's go. All right, you get it. You the dragon. What else? We said what is Swarthy. Yes, of course. Somebody said Swarthy. Drop. Right. Or black. All right, we're done. We're out of here. Are we done? The complexion of man is you universally swarthy or black. Synonymous. We're talking Moors and Spaniards. Yeah, Columbus was swarthy. These conquistadors are swarthy. Black, first definition. Stop playing. As swarthy as a Spaniard. Ain't that what they just said? Spokane Daily Chronicle, 1918. This German Jew was most striking, all right? His skin is swarthy as a Spaniard, features like an eagle. All right, so he had these sharp, melanated, swarthy features, man. Is that what you're saying? He's 6'6", you know what I mean? Just remember Germans, Benjamin Franklin in The Observation of Mankind, 1751. Said Germans are all swarthy, Swedes are swarthy, Italians are swarthy, Spanish are swarthy, and that the only non-melanated people are the English and who the Saxons, but even that's a lie, man. He's giving it up, the whole world, Germans, Spaniards, Italians, all this is swarthy, man. All this is so-called black, like a swarthy African. Glad you bring that up. Glad you bring that up. Because you're worth more than gold. I mean, we're talking June 2014. They talking about melanin was worth $353 a gram, and $300 a gram more than gold. More than gold. So gold was only about $50, and you, melanin, you are more than 350. Remember that Dr. Was it Carol Burnett or something like that? I gotta get that again. I mean, we did a whole drop on this, so you know what I'm saying? I'll try to link that in there for those that want to get deeper into that. I mean, now if you're looking up melanin per gram, they probably say more than that, 400 and so. Oh yeah, we're talking more, right? Melanin per gram. Let's see. Yeah, roughly. Oh wow. Okay. So we got 460 a gram. So that was 2014. Now, more updated, we looking at it went up $100 a gram. You know, gold ain't went up like that. It's probably still around the same thing, 50, 60, whatever. So you are worth 40 milli. You're a walking lick to these people. Yeah. You're a walking lick, man. This is off Africa Global Radio, because it gotta be about Africa, right? Gotta be, right? Africa. It's a beautiful queen. Yapa. Yeah. I love Africa, man. Just, we gotta understand what the tribal wars are about. We gotta understand the more and more war. What the tribal war has been about. It's been about melanated Nagas, all melanated Nagas. It wasn't America versus Africa, so there ain't no America versus Africa now. It was tribal war. We had tribe over there, they had tribe over here. Oh yeah, they coming with Estebanico, Zamora. Oh, he's just a slave. Nah, he's your Messiah. He's your child of the sun. He helped get you into the promised land before he was slain and martyred, which is why they have St. Stephen's Day. But Stephen is Esteban. Khan. Yeah. Melanin is worth more than gold. And they may say Africa, my naga, but remember, according to the Moor, which is the perspective we're keying in, especially on this drop, my naga, you're in Northwest Africa. The big secret, the truth is, the Moors are the aboriginals and indigenous inhabitants of North, Central, South America, Mexico. Because you're throwing all the tribes in, but they're not all under your banner of Moorism or Islam. We're talking Kandawi, Ibaru, priest kings, Khans. He don't fall under your group because you want to use him to extend all of your domain. You don't have the land of the Prester. Not then, not ever, man. Prester was fighting against this shit, man. Against this perspective of Ham and Kush. It's a tribal war. It's more. Back to Esteban as a Moor. Back to Esteban. Now that we see your perspective. That we in Africa. We in Africa, according to you. Yeah, man. Africa Global Radio. We in Africa. Melanin is worth more than gold. Melanated human beings are worth more than gold. The average melanated human contains millions of dollars worth of melanin. VWR, a subsidiary of Advantar, sound like Avatar, is a trusted global partner to customers and suppliers in the life sciences and advanced technologies and applied materials industries, quote, end quote. They offer an extensive portfolio of mission critical products, services, and solutions to laboratory and production customers in the pharmaceutical, biotechnology, industrial, education, government, and healthcare industries. One of those products is melanin. All that to say, the big wigs are on you, man. $460.53. As of June, the price this article was when? December 20th, 2021. So it wasn't that long. It was last year, right? It wasn't even a year ago. Wow. So as of June 30th, 2021, the price of gold, according to APMEX, the leading precious metals dealer in the U.S., was $57. Managa, this ain't changed. If you're worth more than gold now, dead or alive, you're worth more than gold then. And this whole gold story, you really got to insert yourself in there, because they can only do so much with gold, but with melanin, oh boy, it's endless possibilities with melanin, because they still don't understand the structure of melanin. They need it to survive whatever shift is going on. The sun changing frequencies on their ass, the greater light hitting them. They ain't ready for that. They need this for survival. That's the only reason why it can be worth $460, is that they need it for survival. And only the richest of the rich are going to be able to afford this, and that's the plan. They don't want no poor folk that, that's not a part of their family making this shift with them. If you're going to keep up, you better keep up. This is where all their money going. This is where all your taxpayer dollars go, right? Wow. Gold is only $57, but melanin is $460. Melanin is $400 more. $400 more than gold per gram. So how much is a melanated human worth? I mean, that's what it's getting to. Let's do the math on a melanated person who weighs 180 pounds. The average Naga. 180 pounds equals 816 or 81,646.6 grams. Wow. Because you got melanin from head to toe, your organs, your blood, everything, right? Which is all this harvest situation we keep hearing about. Managa, this is not just big business. This is the biggest business. This is shitting on oil, crapping on gold. There's nothing close to the melanin game, but it's hush, hush, hush. Managas, keep your nagas close, man. Because according to dollars, and to them, dollars make sense and numbers don't lie, right? You're a walking lick, my naga. My nagas in the gangs, the sets, the hoods, whatever, just come around right quick and just join me right quick and just hear this. You're a walking lick to these people, man. You know what a lick is. You know what a lick is, right? Talking to my hood nagas, my gangster nagas. Y'all know what a lick is. You are a walking lick to these hijackers. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Numbers don't lie, Con. 37,600,708.69 per naga. If it's a child, come on, man. I don't even want to imagine if it go up or down. Depends, I guess, right, on the buyer. Trafficking. What do you think it's really about? Why can't it really be stopped? Why are the biggest celebrities involved in all this stuff? Because it's big fucking money. It's big fucking money. Mucho dolores. Mucho feria. Big dollars. That's the average. Oh, you a 250-pound naga? What? The gold rush is the naga rush. Naga, the gold can't even mess with you. That's why you ain't supposed to be tripping on it. Or why it's like you tripping on that, you worth more than that. We gotta watch what we eat. And my nagas, man, if we kill each other, we just making them rich, man. And now you see exactly how much. Before you say, oh, I hate that bro so much, or I hate that, girl so much that I gotta do this and we gotta do this. Man, just know, okay, 5 nagas got shot. Add it up. You just made him 200 milli. You just made the real op $200 million. Oh, we'll bury him. Sure. Sure, he's in there. He's under there. Who's going to dig up the grave and check? They know how we are. We ain't doing that. Funeral homes. Wow. I mean, they got to be in on it. If the body's worth $40 million, the funeral home got to get a cut. This shit is too real, man. It's too deep. Brings tears to my eyes, just how we throw it away, how we waste our lives, with our habits or our addictions to whatever, our pride, our ego, we throw it away. And you're worth so much. And not just talking money, but if this is what you're worth in money, imagine what you're worth to HaWah. I'll say it like that. You're priceless. You're priceless. HaWah has made you with the finest, because you're from the earth. You got all the, anything they could mine is already in you, you know what I'm saying? And this thing called melanin, this compound, this substance is magical. You really can't put a price on it. It's just that it's hijacked city and they put a price on everything. Man, that's deep. Even if only half of the human mass can be used for melanin extraction, that's still over a little over 18 milli worth of melanin in a 180-pound body. Imagine someone who weighs more than 80, 180, 200, 300. Of course, this is an estimation, but regardless, we're talking millions of dollars worth of melanin. How do they acquire melanin? Melanin can be extracted from plants, animals, and humans. Humans appear to be the most potent source of melanin. Meat production today is simply unsustainable unless a radical change is made. The price of meat will eventually rise out of control. Lab-grown meats are the future. This is celebrity meat lab. They're gonna have celebrity rappers, right? You get it? You see where this is going? How about social media celebrities? I let them get my tissue. They paid me $100K. $40 million is what you just gave them. Bite Labs meat are not affected by the growth hormones administered to farm animals. So look at all the good stuff they're doing by not using animals. They don't have to give them growth hormones. They can just put it in the meat in their laboratory, human meat. Nor are they in contact with pesticides. Man, this is ridiculous. You see it, man. You see it, man. All those organs. Wow. I don't know what to say. We can see Ellen salami composition blended with ostrich. This is how the hijacks, this is their functionality. Black pepper and garlic with the playful kick of mustard give the Ellen salami, which is actually her, you know, her tissue. They just cloned it. You really are eating her, as close as possible. Highly approachable, well-rounded flavor. A hint of brandy and shallots will finish off the Ellen salami in exquisite fashion. And hopefully they can get Ellen right. Yeah, 40 milli Kanye. They fishing for celebrities to get consent, even though a lot of them have been cloned already. No problem. It's almost like they have to ask, but in reality, they already got what they need to proceed. You want to eat her? You want to eat him? Yeah. So, shortly afterwards, hoaxers began bombarding the blog with comments claiming melanin thieves were harvesting melanin from black people. The hoax was easily falsified. The hoaxers made certain to never mention the company selling melanin extracted from the ink of Sepia officialis, the common cuttlefish. During the intervening years, the melanin thieves hoaxers persisted in their efforts. In March 2017, the melanin thieves hoaxers launched a Twitter bomb involving the dollar value of melanin after publicity of black women and girls missing in Washington, D.C. was released. Their actions exposed a frailty in their psyche. They also reveal it is possible to wipe out false information involving melanin and take the melanin challenge inferiority complex, aka racism, white supremacy, along for the ride. It then became clear that time had come to enter the fray and dispel the myths about melanin. This book completely obliterates the false narrative of melanin. Receiving facts from the melanin center perspective bestows upon us as expanded awareness of the world and our place in it. All right, man, look. It's a lot of stuff he's saying, All I know is that you have it. They don't know what it is. The doctors can only um, compose or, sync with one type of melanin. That they call it melanin A or something like that. Dr. Carol Barnes, yeah, shout out to Dr. Carol Barnes. He said there's only one, basic, diagram of melanin that they can even study. Like they can't even tap into the other forms of it, and they don't understand, the process because it says it turns, what they would call negative radiation and stuff like that into positive frequency. Like your melanin is magic, man. Your melanin is magical, man. So, all right. Um, Understand, my dog, that to them we are walking lick, man. All right. If you bang this hood, you bang that hood, just understand. They are putting batteries in our back for us to slay each other so that they can get $40 million or not. As long as you know how they doing it and you still want to participate and help them ball out. But imagine if y'all stop killing each other and suddenly they money stop, right? Like suddenly they don't have $40 million a nugget, dropping in LA and Chicago and, Detroit and Philly, you know what I'm saying? And Arkansas, Vegas and, Texas. They don't have all these bodies on bodies dropping like that because Nagas got hit. Nagas said, nah, I need to hit them where it hurt. When HaWah say don't kill each other, that's an economic battle plan. When HaWah said keep a Shabbat, we don't spend money Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. That's an economic battle plan if Nagas unify and boycott Hijack City and don't spend money for an entire day on their busiest shopping day on Saturday, their busiest shopping day. That's an economic battle plan. That's an economic battle plan to stop slaying your brother and your sister. Because every time you do, they come up 40 milli. My bro that dropped this, man, he was like, man, how do they even get paid? Like, I said, oh, there's a market, my brother. Oh, there's a market for it, man. In Africa, you know what I'm saying? In America, there's a market for it, right? When they came to Northwest Africa, they made a market out of it. And other copper-colored melanated tribes helped them in their marketplace as long as they weren't on the dinner table too. Because ultimately, that's what they want to do. Is put you on the dinner table, man. If they'll do it right in your face and call it celebrity meat, Anaga, they'll do it behind your back and get a tasty treat. You know what I'm saying? And they had let's see if they had, I guess the dude that was behind it was his name, Churchill. Let's see. One of these tabs had this Churchill character. Maybe you can find it. I'll drop the link. I mean, this is disgusting, man. There we go. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. You think it's play? In vitro meat, Bite Labs produces fine artisanal salami. So he's all into the salamis. He's one of them dudes, like I said, at the steakhouse that'll get his steak blue, rare on a cold plate. He likes his salamis from meat that has been lab grown from celebrity tissue samples. Now, they're just publicizing it with the celebrity business. Don't let that mess you up. If they can do it with celebrity tissue samples, they've been doing this shit with regular Nagas. Look at it. Why? Why, you ask? Because you are a walking lick, my Naga. Don't participate in your own downfall no more. Don't give these people $40 a Naga. Just say, look, man, I don't deal with you no more, man. Walk away. You ain't got to be friends. Just keep the code. Ain't no part of the code say we got to be friends. By the time we start calling each other and meeting up and doing all this extra stuff, we're that's beyond any obligation from HaWah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know we're gonna drive up, but all the friendship stuff, that's not a part of, you know what I'm saying? It's just don't slay each other. That's the code. We ain't gotta be homies. We ain't gotta talk on the phone. Just don't slay each other, man. And my Nagas, you ain't gotta be enemies. You don't gotta mess with each other. Just don't slay each other. Because then you're a walking lick. And this is who's looking at you like a lick. Look at him. He wants your tissue samples. In 1931, Winston Churchill predicted a future in which all the world's meat would be grown in labs. What he asked was the sense of in raising a whole chicken merely for the sake of its wings or breast meat. Today, in vitro meat production is close to becoming a reality, offering highly controllable meat production without the animal cruelty. We're saving animals, guys. We're eating people. It's all good. Wow. And we don't want fake animals because then we're going to still do all this farming and stuff. So let's just eat people. Environmentally impacts, man. Shit, man. This offer This can offer so much more than replicas of beef and pork. We don't need the animals. We need people. Man, this shit is sick. But just know that you is a walking lick. Let's go. This is ridiculous, man. I'm out of here, man. Yeah, get the book, man. Get the bro's book, though, man. Shout out again, Nomni as a Kiwi, man. Get the bro. I'm sure I got some drop, my naga. You a marvel. Let's go. Let's go, man. You a marvel, my naga. Okay? You are a wonder. All right. Got to transition some. You're a walking lick because you are a wonder. Okay? So, getting off meat is very serious. You know, it takes steps, it takes determination. But my naga, like, the more you're conscious of it and conscious of what Hijack City's coming with and where they at, I think we just gotta take these steps, you know what I'm saying? Because what are they putting in our food now? Like what's beyond me, you know what I mean? I wonder. Yeah, they must admire you if you are worth $40 million a night. Yeah, I'm sure they do admire you. You know who else they been admiring, my naga? Love to Aqua Shamar. Yeah, we've been marveling at these meteors, man. Now Inspire, I know he over here marveling. We blue marveling. And we in the quantum, man. Matter of fact, right before I pop off with this meteor flow, and you know, as we of course remember, and we just got back to Dragon is a meteor. Okay. Shooting meteor. So these meteorologists are really dragonologists. They're really studying the flow of these dragons, but they call them meteors. But the dragons are the meteors. Are the male, female, man, or woman who is a walking lick worth $40 million a pop. Remember, the dragons got the melanin in their scales. Okay. This man or woman is a dragon, is a meteor. We're talking about a meteorological service. So two top officials of Hungary's meteorological service were fired Monday after an inaccurate rainforest prompted the postponement of fireworks display on the country's most important national holiday. Oh my goodness. What are they about to say? What are they about to say? What are we about to get ourselves into? Aqua Shamar. What could be the most important national holiday in Hungary? I mean, what could it be? I mean, if it's the most important holiday in Hungary, Budapest, you think it's ignored everywhere else? Let's go, Aqua Shamar. Let's go. The firings, they got fired. The head and deputy head of the National Meteorological Service prompted accusations of political interference from Hungary's national government. This is a big deal. The annual St. Stephen's Day fireworks show. Oh my goodness. This is a body bag for the illusion, validation for the conclusion. Love to Aqua Shamar. ThaWaDa for dropping this in the copper thread. We've been talking about Esteban Managa. We on part what? Cities ago, how many parts did we talk about? How much more war we talked about? Mustafa as a Moor. We done talked about the story. We done juxtaposed that, compared that with Saint Christopher the doghead carrying the so-called Christ child in the year 200 such and such over the water. We said, oh, this is the Christ child. In the cartoon Cities of Gold, Esteban's called the child of the sun. And in real life, Estebanico in the 1500s gets martyred for trying to bring a bunch of hijacks into the promised land. Calais Luz, Hawaku, New Mexico. They say, where you coming from? He says, he told them all kind of lies, and they knew he was lying. He said he was working for some white people. They say, you must be crazy. You gotta be lying. We know who King Charles is, man. And then he started stealing turquoises and wanting to take they women. Take they women. So they put him to death. They said he brought them decorations of death. So they called him like the Kachina or the Kakachina, something crazy like this. Something to do with death, you know what I'm saying? And he became the Christian martyr Saint Stephen. But his name is Esteban. And I said, whoa. When is Saint Stephen's Day? All right. St. Stephen's Day. Wow. The Christ child, right? So you celebrate Christmas, and then the day after Christmas, what do? You keep celebrating. It's the day after Christmas. You got your new toys, you got your new gifts. You popping off more than Christmas Eve. You popping off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you flexing on them, right? Your outfit, you flexing on them. You're celebrating Estebanico. Because those gifts, what he brought them by bringing them into, that's why we're getting that Coronado expedition on Sundays, TDR to drop radio. We were reading it. Love to Chef Condi for, reading so much great work out these documents on St. Stephen and Esteban, Cities of Gold, Coronado expeditions. We're getting the drop, right? Because this Esteban, this Moor, is their Christ. You don't share the same veneration day as Christ and not be Christ. They wouldn't let him push up on Zeus like that unless he is the child of the sun. Walking Zeus. Zeus in the melanated flesh. This is getting crazy, right? Wow. So St. Stephen's Day is Christmas. The annual St. Stephen's Day firework is the most important national holiday. He can't be no small beans, can he? Look how they light it up for Esteban. But he's just a slave, I heard, right? So these dudes who, work for the meteor service who accidentally called for rain and it wasn't rain and they canceled it and they both got fired because they messed up the most important holiday. Holy day, St. Stephen's Day. Billed as the largest display in Europe, man. This is popping off as the largest veneration, worshiping display in Europe. Who is Esteban to be worshipped like this? Oh, you just talking the same old Esteban. Estebanico. Estebanico, 1500s, right? 1539. That's when he was martyred and became a Christian saint. Was originally a Moor, Mustafa as a Moor. Oh, he converted to Christianity. He was enslaved and sold to a Spanish. No, because the Spanish. Yeah, I mean, the Spanish are swarthy. You gotta be as swarthy as a Spaniard, man. Yep. These German Jews with the skin as swarthy as a Spaniard. And swarthy means black, like African. Except we ain't just talking Africa, are we? Yeah. Northwest Africa and the Northwest Africa Wars, man. And the Moor War, because this Naga that they venerating is a Moor who they made the mother sucking Christian saint. He's the Moor that became the Christian saint. Is it all just one thing? Did the Christians and Islam actually team up against the Hebrews right here in Northwest Africa? I think they needed a super team to come against the Prester. They didn't have time to be divided. And they looked alike. They looked just the same. Yeah, it's the largest veneration display in Europe. It's the most important national holiday. I'm talking St. Stephen's Day. Or Christmas, however you want to call it. Wow, I mean, Esteban, born as a Moor in Morocco. As a Moor is the Christian saint, St. Stephen. And they pushed him back in the timeline, gave a whole story about his martyrdom. But you know how Anatoly Fomenko tell you about those three major chronological time shifts, and they go as far as 1800 years, right? So they can easily put something from the 1500s. Scholar and Batavius could push it back 1300 years to 200, 300, where they're now writing about St. Stephen and they're now writing about St. Christopher. But then you add those 1300 years back and you got Christopher Columbus and Esteban. Why they doing gifts on Christmas on Esteban Day? Because you are a walking lick, my nugget. You gave them so many gifts, they want you to keep that spirit of giving going. Esteban, let them write to you. Mustafa, let them write to you. Better known by his Spanish name Esteban and condescending nickname Estebanico, began his journey when he was forced into slavery and sent to Spain. That's a cover story, man. He was a grown-ass man when he led him to you in 1522. So by the time that's what he's 19 years old. All right. In Spain, he was sold to Andres Dorantes de Carranca in 1527 when Dorantes was recruited to take part in an expedition led by Panfilo de Narvaez. Esteban became an unwilling participant. Yeah, they have to keep telling you that's the cover story. And really, it looks to me like he's leading the charge, boss. Thus began the story of Esteban. Esteban, one of the first black conquistadors. Oh, I'm glad they put it like this. I haven't seen anyone actually write out first black conquistador, but I guess after all this time, Monagas Drop Nation dropping his drop, it's the first time for everything. Finally, nice and plain, nice and simple, right? The first black conquistador, Esteban. Oh, you didn't know about no black conquistadors, huh? Yeah, you did. We've been talking about the Moor War. They really black. They're really wicked. They're really atrociously wicked. Definition of black. Yes, you are black. You turn against your own brothers. Yeah, you black. You doing treaties on Dragon Canoe. Tukum say, yeah, you black. You black as a mug. Brother, black, brother, black, brother. Where, when, oh when has your black unity occurred? Because as I look back on history, it's been black on black. It's real easy for them to keep it going now, black on black. This hood on this hood, this clique on this clique, this gang on that gang. They're playing the same gang. 2 months after they self and Spain, the crew arrived at Hispaniola, just like Columbus, right? Docking in the city of Santo Domingo, 1527. Man, you read it, man. We been reading it. You read it. Just know it ain't no play. Oh, St. Stephen's Day, huh? Yeah. Yeah, he's a grown-ass man. He ain't no little kid slave in the cartoon. Nah, man. Nah, man. How he looking like this and King Charles is looking like him and he's a slave? Y'all can't have it both ways. It's a paradox. You can't say we're the mighty Moorish kingdoms and then say that Moor, Esteban, and Mori Mustafa was a slave. You can't have it both ways. I thought you couldn't enslave each other. I thought the Moors couldn't enslave another Moor. Even in the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, you couldn't even enslave the hijack. You can't be rocking with all these nobilities in the 1300s, 1400s, but Esteban Zemore in Morocco is a slave to the Portuguese or the Spanish. That's why we got to be MHOE, man. It's a perfect time. Five Eyes Mile working on next level. You know, next level visionary right here, man. Most high over everything. Brand new logo. You'll be seeing it, but I just want to, I want to know what the tribe is thinking about it, man. Ahab to the bro, my jigger, man. MH over everything, man. Everything, boss. This is beautiful, Ma. Ma hit us with ether versus quantum field theory. Since we've been talking quantum field manipulation of the flow of time, we blew marveling. You are the wonder. You're the walking lick to them. Well, we got a code up. It's a good question being asked right here. Ether versus quantum field theory. We were asked the question to differentiate the difference between the idea of an ether and the idea of quantum fields. When I really began to think about it, I concluded that the ideas are the same. The ether is quantum. And if the fundamental problem in quantum is the measurement problem, the particle being measured performs as if it's aware that it's being measured. And it's hitting the full wave pattern when it's not being observed or measured. It's all happening. That means the ether, the same, is also aware that when it's being tapped into, it's aware, my naga. It's everywhere. The two are essentially the same idea. They both consist of the same idea that something permeates all of space and acts on everything. I call it most high over everything. Hey, for Nagaville, Dragon Child, we up, man. We up, my Naga. The dragon, okay, represents spiritual strength, which comes with seasoning. The mental attitude is attained during the individual's later years of training. It is placed above earthly strength as indicated and observed on the patch since the individual at this stage has learned to develop humility and self-restraint. We're talking about that control. Most high over everything, man. Hey, hi, my jigger. Five Eyes Ma. It's popping off, man. You know what I mean? That's why we say it's all happening in real time. In battle time, man. Hey, y'all deserve a round of applause, man. Matter of fact, man. Y'all go ahead and pop off, man. We appreciate all y'all, man. And I know that you don't do it, for no applause. You know what I mean? But you deserve a round of applause in real time, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. And hey, man, my applause button ain't working right now. So you deserve it, man. But this jabroni, he don't deserve a round of applause, man. Not at all, man. Not at all, man. Matter of fact, man. You know what, man? Told my niggas they deserve a round of applause. We're gonna get my niggas a round of applause in 3, in 4, 3, 2. Man, pop off, my niggas. Just pop off for the real ones, man. You deserve a round of applause. Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, man. Keep it going, my niggas. One more time for my niggas in the back. One more time. Man. All right. All right. All right. All right. Just had to get that to you, man. But this jabroni, he don't deserve shit, man. This is the first black conquistador. That means he's rolling up on Northwest Africa from Morocco. You got to make it up. Make your mind up, Morocco. If you over here, that means Esteban's popping off from here, and he's helping to lead the hijacks into a place that he already knows. And even on the show, on the cartoon, there was a scene with him and Tal, and he said he feels like he's from South America. He has some type of vibration of familiarity with South America. So maybe he's just from over here and, help them, because he already had the drop. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that seems more likely because they're venerating Esteban. It's the biggest show on earth. St. Stephen's Day is the biggest show on earth. They duplicated him and what they call it, St. Stephen. You just look up St. Stephen, what do you get? Oh, excuse me, they pushed him back to JC times, right? he's intermixed with the JC story, which is why he's being venerated with JC. He died the same time JC died. He lived the same time JC lived. This is getting kind of freaky. It might have some mistaken identity with St. Stephen. And they pushed him back to the JC times when he's really popping off. I mean, he's really popping off in the 1500s. And how would you know? They just gave you the story. They pushed it back 1,500 years on you. And it's really happening in the 1500s. Stephen, Little Stephen, St. Stephen, Mustafa, Oh yeah. Sold to a Spanish nobleman. That's crazy because the Spaniards are Swarthy. Swarthy as a Spaniard, right? Right. Yeah, man. This Esteban story gets freakier and freakier, man, every single time. Little Steven, man. Look at this stuff, man. It's ridiculous, man. Better known by his slave name Estebanico or Little Steven, right? Little Steven, right? And Little Steven, his name means wreath or crown, but he's a slave. He's a slave. They gave him a slave name that means crown. I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here, boss. I can't take this no more. Too much is happening, coming across the drop desk. I'm just dropping it. We done talked about melanin and them eating bodies on bodies. Now we're just getting in on little Steven here. And apparently the slave, his name is King, Crown. This is why they venerate him. He's the first martyred saint. Esteban, you were the first martyred saint? There was a debate regarding how it ended. So they wanted, I guess they said they didn't really know if he died, but they heard, that he was martyred, right? The end of Esteban. Okay. Niza was excited. He caught up to the scouting party quickly, but by the time he arrived, Esteban was gone. The scouts reported that when they entered Hawiku, Esteban had claimed the village in the name of the Spanish crown. His name means crown. The Zuni weren't impressed and locked Esteban up while they debated what to do with him. Some legends say he was killed while trying to escape. Other legends assert that Esteban had friends among the Zuni that helped him fake his death to gain freedom. I wouldn't be surprised, Esteban. You one slick sucker. You one slick sucker, Tony Jack. You probably slipped out of there, huh? Ain't that the truth? Oh, child of the sun did it again. Some folklore suggests that the Kachina figure or Kakwana is based on Esteban. Yeah, and that's this whole thing about this death doll or something like that, man. Yeah. It was obvious there was no gold. They didn't need gold, man, because the average Naga's worth $40 million. You were the gold. The gold is a cover up. The gold is a cover up. This is how they got to their lands beyond the poles, man. The gold is a cover up. Yeah, I'm just popping off. This is ridiculous, man. Oh, little Steven. Oh, little Steven. First African explorer. First black conquistador. Who was the first Christian martyr. So he was martyred, however, disappeared. His name means crown, but he's supposed to be a slave. Make it make sense. And he's a Moor, and the Moors are literally in control. Under King Charles V, Kento, who hijacks the Inca line in America or Northwest Africa. And Morocco's here, and these Moors got all this control and power. But yet there's a Moorish slave that becomes the first Christian martyr, whose name means crown, wreath, royalty. They gave him a slave name. They said known by his slave name. People crazy, man. These people are crazy, man. It's crazy talk around here. People often cite Coronado as being the first explorer to make contact with the inhabitants of New Mexico. Actually, the man who first interacted with the indigenous population was Esteban de Dorantes, a Moorish slave from Portugal. We know the Portuguese are looking for Prester John throughout this whole time. 500 years, right? 1145 to 1645, something like that, right? So this is all during the same time with Esteban. He's looking for the people. He's looking for the Prester, not just the gold. Seeking glory and riches. Yeah, they seeking riches, all right. He told him that HaWah was wealthier than the legends of Cibola imply. It was this rumor that inspired Coronado's expedition. They couldn't find it. It wasn't visible. They couldn't observe. It wasn't in their quantum field. But they're in HaWah. Khan. All right. We're learning a lot, Khan. We are learning a lot. As a Moor, he may have been raised a Muslim. Yeah, that's what we saying. But because Spain did not allow non-Catholics, we done read about Moroccan Catholics now. All going around that Q causing the little ice age in Indiana. With permission of the Pharaoh. A Mexim, right? With permission of the Pharaoh. They can migrate. The Ishmaelites are migrating. Go get the drop. So, wave surface you see clearly. Raised as a Muslim. Yeah, we know. It's a more and more war. How did you become a Christian martyr unless it's all the same thing? And you're working together. His Christian name Esteban meaning Stephen. Christian name meaning crown. And they pushed the St. Stephen store at the same time as JC. And he's venerated the same time as JC. Is this their JC? Their anointed, their child of the sun. Is this JC? He's the Christ child, right? Huh? What about old Saint Christopher? I'm not even gonna put in dog head. You put in dog head. You see what happens. I dare you to put in Saint Christopher dog head. Pause the video. And then come back to the lie, the illusion. But what is he known for? Saint Christopher is venerated by several Christian denominations as a martyr killed in the reign of the 3rd century Roman Emperor Decius, or alternatively under the Emperor Maximus Day. Got it. So he too is a martyr. He was a martyr too. Oh, he was born in Canaan. Whoa, like the Canaanites are under the Moorish Avenger squad, right? Canaanites. No, Noble Drew Ali had them all, right? The Moabites, the Canaanite. So he's a Canaanite. All right. Most famous legend tells that he carried a child. Now let's think about Christopher Columbus. Think about the fact they just pushed these stories back 1,300 years, 1,500 years, 1,800 years like it's nothing. Scaliger, Batavius, Fox, Chronology, dig on the Anatoly Flamenco. His most famous legend tells that he carried a child who was unknown to him across a river before the child revealed himself as Christ. Now, how could this be happening in the 200s, Manani? when Christ is supposed to be BC, like 5 BC, just like Esteban, right? Just like Estebanico. They're just throwing this stuff in the timelines around. And we asking, was this child Esteban? Did Columbus, who sailed the ocean blue in 1492, carry young Esteban over? Baby Esteban, who's born, Mustafa's born, Zamore, who they just said is raised Muslim, who's given the name Crown, who then gets venerated as the first Christian martyr. They say some non-Catholics, but Cathay means Catholic. Catholic is Cathay, and they're looking for Cathay in Northwest America. He's born 1501. Columbus is already popping off in 1492. The dates are merging. He would be a young child. Uh-oh. And Christopher, Christ of Ophir. Ophir is the city of gold. Christ means anointed. You're the saint of the anointed city of gold, who is the patron saint of travelers, just like Columbus would be. He finds America, the promised land. He's their Moshe. He's their Moses. He's the saint, patron saint of travelers. That's Columbus. Christopher, Christ of Ophir, carries the Christ child, who is the child of the sun, or Esteban, Estebanico, little Stephen, as Amore Mustafa. The first great black man in America? How'd you go from being, how do you jump? Tell me something, Esteban. How do you jump from being the first black conquistador? You're killed in Hawiku by the indigenous Nagas for bringing weapons of decorations of death, and now you're suddenly venerated as the first great black man in America. Esteban the Moor. Make it make sense. How are you venerated? So I guess they venerating you here too. And I guess they venerating you here too. And they just keep on venerating you, Esteban. Columbus carried a Christ child. Christ means anointed, and you would be anointed if you're Esteban, child of the sun, who becomes the first Christian martyr. Venerated. Esteban. Let's put in Esteban this time. Saint Stephen Catholic Church. Saint Stephen Baptist Church. Saint Stephen Martyr Catholic Church. What? Oh, he's the martyr, right? Saint Stephen's Episcopal. Evangelist. Baptist. Hey, man. Catholic Church. Saint Stephen is up there, man, in this veneration stuff, man. Saint Stephen, the first martyr Catholic Church. Saint Stephen's Byzantine Catholic Cathedral. Saint Stephen Deacon and Martyr Church. Oh, yeah, we see Esteban's all over the place, and we got to ask a decent question. If this is the most popular holiday in Hungary, what's really going on? Look at all the Saint Stephen veneration, man. All right, so they got this annual St. Stephen's Day. These guys, these jabronis, got fired. This is their most important national holiday, Esteban Day. This is who they are celebrating. Oh, little Stephen. Little Stephen, the first black conquistador, man. You think it's play in Hungary? Left the aqua smart. This is amazing. Yeah. I'll leave the link. You dig on it. For the dismount, man. For the dismount. For the dismount, man. For the dismount. You are the dragon, right? You are the man or woman that is a dragon, who is fierce and violent towards all hijacks that want their land and want to take their people, take their women, take their things, bring the hijack right to the front door that becomes the martyr, bringing Coronado scouting party, the conquistador, in the name of the Spanish crown. He becomes the Cacuana, the symbol of death. Esteban the Moor, man. That's a life story worthy of Hollywood, I'm sure. You got the same frequency as Hollywood, man. This is what they're venerating, man. It's the most important national holiday, St. Stephen's Day. This is amazing. I mean, we know about the churches and we know that they got St. Stephen's Day, but just the fact that they took it this serious to fire the head and deputy head of the National Meteorological Service, the top guys got fired. The top guys got fired for giving a wrong report about the weather that called off their beautiful St. Stephen Veneration Day. Wow. Storms had not materialized in the capital. They were outraged. Man, you got it, man. This is crazy. All right. Yeah, you the dragon. We done dug on this Dragon Utah and some previous drops. John Levy's gonna keep it going for us, man. I never been to Dragon Ghost Town, Utah, but these ghost towns appear to be more than ghost towns. I'm gonna do this dismount with John Levi, and a lot of these ghost towns really seem to be the ancient cities that they want to keep us out of. You know what I'm saying? And there they have Gilsonite. They started mining Gilsonite, and Gilsonite is Shilajit. Shilajit is an amazing health, cure for pretty much everything, they say. It's the black substance, the black goo, connected with these volcanoes that has, over 85 essential minerals in it. I'm about to make some Shilajit tea. I ain't even on no play, man. So, Dragon, so this city that mined the Shilajit or Gilsonite, because Shilajit is Gilsonite. Yeah, all we do is pull our receipts around here, man. All praise ThaWaDa. We seeing clearly. We're talking dragons, and we're talking miraculous cures, right? Shilajit is a mineral deposit that is made up of humus, and decomposed plant remains. So we're talking the plants. When these components get pressed between layers of rock for millions of years, they are converted into a gummy substance that may be black or swarthy, white or brown in color. I ain't saw no white Shilajit yet, man, but I'm gonna rock with this black Shilajit, you know what I mean? And resembles asphalt in appearance. There is a crack in the rock. When there's a crack in the rock, the material oozes out of it and settles itself on the rocks. These are found in high altitude mountains. In Ayurveda, it is regarded as the strongest age-fighting and rejuvenating component of the earth. And we just got some drop, man. Love to the bro Judah, the great Jedi, about the dragon and this rejuvenation. And this dragon substance found in Dragon, Utah, that is Shilajit, is like the fountain of youth, they say, man. The strongest age fighting and rejuvenating component of the earth. In English, it is better known as the mineral pitch or Gilsonite. They think they playing. They think they playing over here in Dragon, Utah, mining their Gilsonite. Yeah. Yeah. Or asphalt, like they're playing with us. They're giving us these names. They're naming it after some jabroni named Gilson, who found the Shilajit, right? And they've been mining it because it's anti-aging. That's why they eat you, my nigga. That's why you a $40 million lick. Because you are Gilsonite. You are Shilajit. You are the melanated, copper-colored, red ruddy nigga they found here. This is why they mad, son, and this is why they eating you, son. I said, this is why they eating you, man. You are the dragon, the male or female, man or woman. That is the dragon. You a $40 million lick to these people. Worth more than gold by far. Punk ass Esteban is leading them right over here talking about gold rush. Nah, they want to eat a nugget. Nah, they want that 40 million nugget. Thank you, great black man. Now you're venerated. Now they popping off on St. Stephen's Day. But yeah, they think they slick calling it Gilsonite. But Gilsonite is Shilajit. And it's the strongest age-fighting and rejuvenating component on the earth, called Gilsonite. The name itself is a Sanskrit term that means invincible rock. That's how strong this stuff is. It's called the invincible rock, my knock. For the dismount, this is because it is believed that it has the ability to help any problem or ailment. The humic composition gives it the healing and health properties for which is known as the conqueror of mountains and destroyer of weakness. And then you can get into, deeper into the fulvic acid that has this 100% water solubility that can cut through your old cells and rejuvenate them. Dig on the fulvic acid. It's really just about the pure water. They call it the conqueror of mountains and destroyer of weakness. They call it the invincible rock. Anaga, they call it the strongest age-fighting and rejuvenating component of the earth. I'm just talking Shilajit, which means I'm just talking Gilsonite. Which means we just talking Dragon, Utah, where they had a whole Shilajit mining camp. And they call it Dragon. And the dragon is supposed to be all about the rejuvenation, right? Come on, man. Alchemy. It's all alchemy, man. Black Drago love the fireball. Dragon is all about the rejuvenation. I'm not talking about the alchemical serpent. You're not the serpent. The serpent often represents the impersonal nature of the unconscious. You're not unconscious. That's the AI. That's the more and more war. That's the other side of things. That's the Atlantis versus Lemuria flow. That's what the moon was fighting against. The dragon was fighting against these impersonal natures of the unconscious bursting into conscious that bring everything to life, but also kills everything. Androgyny, you know what that is. The Baphomet, the Mahomet. More and more war. Who's the real great? The great is the dragon. Unlike Thoth, unlike Mercury. They call it philosophical quicksilver. They don't know. It's a mysterious substance, Shilajit. Mysterious substance of unknown origin, melanin, which is why you're a walking lick to the hijack. It's unknown. It's mysterious. Melanin, Shilajit, it's unknown. It is the dragon, is unknown. From this quicksilver, the living spirit can be extracted. This is why it's a walking lick to these people, because the vessel, it is the vessel in which the spirit is contained. The dragon is the vessel that contains that ruach, man. Yeah. We're talking about renewal. The dragon as a fabulous winged being symbolizes philosophical renewal, represents divine water and power. What does renewal remind you of, man? Gilsonite. We're talking the strongest age-fighting, rejuvenating component on Earth. We're talking rejuvenation. I'm talking renewal. And we all are just talking dragon. We all just talking dragon, which means we all just talking you. Because this male or female is a dragon. But these meteorologists are getting fired for not, worshiping. And maybe they did it on purpose, man. What if these meteorologists did it on purpose, man? That'd be dope. They say, man, screw our jobs. We're going out like this, man. No St. Stephen's Day today. They don't want the dragon to pop off, the meteors to pop off, the violent nagas towards the system, right? Male or female, this woman, man, is a dragon. This dragon is renewal, is the vessel that contains that ruach. They are extracting the living spirit from it, which is why you are walking lick. Unknown origin, substance of unknown origin. Shilajit is Gilsonite. Invincible rock. Conqueror of mountains and destroyer of weakness. Dragon, Utah. Hey, John Levi, man. Go ahead and take the wheel for the dismount.
In a modern vehicle with semi-improved roads. In the end, I found it to be impossible. Nobody would make their way out there.
Let's go back.
Unless it was the remnants of a past civilization.
Hold on, man. Let's go back, man. My bad, y'all. My busy. Pressing buttons over here. For the dismount. I just had to go back. Wait. Oh, they skip videos on me, man. All right, hold up, man. It's ridiculous, man. They don't want us to see this drop. They don't want us to see this drop. Oh, man, stop playing. Hey, shout out to John Levi, man. Let's go, man. Hey, fair use. Let's go. Come on, man. They don't want us to see this drop, man. For the dismount, man. But it gotta be done, man. Gotta be done. Wow. Let's go.
In this video, I just explore a ghost town called Dragon, Utah. So I was just shooting for one particular goal. I just wanted to see how easy it would be to get out to this former ghost town in a modern vehicle with semi-improved roads.
Let's go.
In the end, I found it to be impossible. Nobody would make their way out there unless it was the remnants of a past civilization, including roads. My first video was Roads Are Older Than You Think. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Thanks for being here. God bless and welcome.
So he said it's the remnants of a past civilization. We're talking Dracons. We're talking American. Skip ahead. Let's go.
To achieve any kind of progress. Not much has changed here in 100 years. Some of the same restaurants still exist that are really, really bad, and the people love them and have continued to patronize them for over 75 years, which is great. Here, this town of Dragon is 2 hours from my house and 2 miles from the Colorado border right here. I wish they would pave this road all the way to Highway 70. I wish there was another way out. Very difficult to get to where I live. A very difficult trek, most certainly in the late 1800s. They have a hard time just maintaining it. Just seems like a constant. In my opinion, all mountain passes would be impossible with a horse and wagon. Constant rock slides, even today when there are roads. Completely impossible in the winter. Again, with a horse and wagon before good roads or any roads. And then there's this half-ass road even today. This road that I'm thankful for, but a worthless road even today. And it's to say that even today they have a hard time maintaining and ultimately finishing this road. It just turns into a pile of junk, and you can see here it just gets really hairy. And if I wanted to go to Grand Junction, I would take this Douglas Pass. And Douglas Pass is just impossible as well to imagine crossing this mountain before roads in a horse and wagon. And so even today, I feel trapped out here. I'm just perplexed with the idea that people could ever make it out to this ghost town. The ghost town of Dragon, Utah. No matter which way you approach this, either impossible mountains from one side or crossing rivers. Here we can see the white, which I'll have to pass. Here we cross the green, the mighty green, which will feed into the Colorado, essentially the source. And here we're told in 1880 there was a booming town. So what do they say about Dragon? This is the night before, and I may as well just read the backstory before I go. Dragon is a ghost town in Uinta County, on the extreme eastern edge of Utah. Founded in 1888 as a Gilsonite mining camp. Gilsonite is something weird. A asphalt type mineral, hydrocarbon, pretty rare. And in my opinion, this is the byproduct of something else. Something that melted. Some technological components. Whatever it is, it ran very straight. Very, very straight. These mines are perfect. Suspiciously perfect. And I'll show you some of those tomorrow. Dragon boomed in the first decade of the 20th century at the end of the line of the Uinta Railway. And this is really interesting as well, because there is no train out here now, and they've been fighting and spending millions to bring the train out here. And here they tell us it was operating from 1904 to 1939. Again, up here, in this early time period, running the train out here, over rivers and through mountains. Eventually they say they moved the rails farther north, and there are some rails farther north that go to a power plant and then back into Colorado. And we can see that here, the Desiree power plant. And very interesting to study the layout of a power plant. And even these, almost looking like some modern coke kilns. And of course these would be cooling for this power plant. Here a dome and a giant smokestack that I can see from my house 30 miles away. Especially in the morning, I can see the smoke billowing off of it. Seems like a very clean smoke, vapor-like. Here are a couple more domes. So anyway, it was abandoned in 1938, and the railway, the Uinta Railway, went out of business in 1939. The nearest town is Vernal, about 60 miles to the north. This part of the Uinta Basin has been isolated and barren throughout modern times. And they still mine Gilsonite in a little town called Bonanza. And Bonanza is just to the north here, and we can see their operations.
Shilajit.
In fact, we can see a Gilsonite vein right here. So you
Shilajit.
see what I'm saying? How straight they are. And in my opinion, they were just found like this. Very, very anomalous entries into the underrealm.
All that
Here, one of
Shilajit.
these veins just runs right through a mountain. I pass by it all the time. This one here, I believe. It's back here. So yeah, these...
Managa, they're saying veins, right? And then we say before, like, is this like Ahmad's, you know what I'm saying? Like the blood of Ahmad's veins, you know what I'm saying? Like, Or dragon veins, man. I mean, what are we talking about? Ley lines, dragon lines? I mean, this is some type of rejuvenating, anti-aging mountain goo, right? That they've been mining in a city called Dragon. And shout out to all my noggins that's been asking me to dig on this. John Levi's doing a great job. And somebody said that, this whole place actually is a dragon, which is okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Man, you got the straight veins. I'm a belly flop for the dismount right here, man. It's a good place to belly flop, man. Matter of fact, I'm just going to let it go for a few more minutes and let you get the rest, man, because I like where he's at right here.
These veins. And there's so much in these veins. Piles of Gilsonite just lying on the side of the highway.
Wow.
There's another vein up here that I passed.
Piles of Shilajit, and they selling it at top dollar, man. And they got nothing but Shilajit in Utah.
By often. Here we go. Just perfect.
And by the way, they try to make it buy. They make us buy Himalayan Shilajit and some Shilajit from way across the plain, right? But we got it right here in Utah. Ain't that something?
Just so perfect. And I've studied them enough and find them to be stable enough that I would just jump in here and begin exploring. I don't believe the story we're given. Nobody opened these up. There would just be huge amounts of debris piled on either side, and there's not. And I've shown them to you in past videos. I've shown you what the inside of these walls look like, and they're just melted. And here, all of a sudden, there's a tunnel, but yet dirt on top. And in fact, these could be what we're seeing with the Nazca lines. And even if they'd be buried, they would still look different. As we can see out here, all kinds of crazy lines and buried things. And of course, I don't know. That's why I share with you all. I feel blessed to have people to bounce ideas off of. I think that's what makes our community so great. And I watched a couple videos, a couple amateur YouTube videos that got me excited about this. And ultimately, there's brick structures buried out there. Buried. And I hope I can find the same ones that I saw in these videos. The mine and town developed slowly at first because of the difficulty of transporting the Gilsonite out of the area. It got its first telegraph line in 1901. I mean, just impossible to run any kind of line out here from Fort Duchesne, which is a Ute Indian reservation town. In this time period, 1901. And what is this Gilsonite? I don't know. It was said the vein of black substance formed the shape of a dragon along the surface of the ground, and the operation was
the shape of a dragon. The Shilajit. Shilajit too quick.
Was named the Black Dragon Mine. And that's a really nice story, but like I showed you, these actually run nice and straight.
And someone hit me up and said there's a Black Dragon city or exit or something like that off of one of these highways around these areas, man. It's called Black Dragon. Come on, man. Y'all think this is play?
And in fact, they were telling us here that they typically run northwest to southeast. Gilsonite is a flammable hydrocarbon mixture. Several mining accidents have occurred. In 1908, a fire started in one
First we're talking dragons, now we're talking fire.
of Dragon's Gilsonite veins. 2 years later, it was still burning.
Wow.
A lot of people around this area warn you about burning Gilsonite in your stove. People will burn a little bit of coal with their wood, but they warn about the Gilsonite. It will get so hot that it'll burn right through the bottom of your stove.
Wow. It's like melanin, man. It's very it's unusual, it's unknown. They're studying Shilajit Gilsonite like they're studying melanin, or not like they're studying dracons, you know what I'm saying? It's all unknown, even in alchemy. Just the basic study of energy, my naga. It's unknown. I'm a belly flop. Hear him, talk a little about this dismount, man, right around here, man.
Lease it. And this looks like it was changed. I guarantee they said something else before they sold it out. So here we continue. We have another sign, asphalt wash, Rainbow Junction, which is the way I went because that's the way towards this dragon ghost town back and around here.
Rainbow.
But it just seems stupid because the road was beautiful here. It was paved and I wanted to go straight. But instead I followed true to my course and dropped down this now dirt road, this rugged dirt road to the middle of nowhere. It's all the middle of nowhere. And I see right angles and windows everywhere. Here I'm pointing to something that caught my eye. I wanted to send the drone down here. It looked very Cappadocia-like down here. And I can't resist.
Oh, they say Cappadocia? Like Mossack the Founder? Like Khazaria? Like Moses? We are talking Utah. We are talking Israel and America. It's getting too deep, man. Love to the bro. John Levi, man. And you dig more on this ghost town, man. All we saying is, you the dragon. And they're extracting the living spirit. And they're getting rejuvenation and renewal right out of Ama. They call it the veins. We're talking rejuvenating. It's the strongest age fighting, rejuvenating component of the earth. Invincible rock, conqueror of mountains, destroyer of weaknesses. Also found in the Himalayas, Austria's Caucasus, like you say, Cappadocia. Anti-aging, high energy, generative properties, promote cell regeneration, promote maintenance of old cells. Remember, they were eating the dragon against accidents of old age. The Ethiopians in Western Europe and the Prester John and the Gypsies drop. They're eating the dragons for anti-aging, cell regeneration, maintenance of old cells, anti-aging, rejuvenation properties like tissue degeneration. This is why they want to replicate your tissue. Energy synthesis, blood purifications, increasing sexual potency, prevents and cures diabetes, solves bone-related problems, spiritual enlightenment. Burst of energy opens up all block chakra points. We're talking dragon, because we see clearly. Wow, this is Shilajit, which is Gilsonite in Dragon, Utah. And that's how you make a dismount when you know you're worth more than gold. When you know you're a walking lick to these people. Every naga worth over 40 milli. Now you see why they're invested on you, destroying you, which is the dragon eating its own tail, the Ouroboros, right? Come on. The Ouroboros in alchemy is the mercurial tail eater or encircled serpent. In Coptic, Oro means king, but Ora also means gold. And in Hebrew, Ob means serpent. It is the end. Its end is also its beginning. And what do we just get in House of Dragon? That the only way to take out a House of Dragon or a dragon is for it to devour itself, which means you are eating your own tail. Another understanding of this process is that the Ouroboros is where opposites are one. Right. This is what they do to slay the dragon. They got to make the dragon eat its own tail so that the opposites are one. And how do they slay the dragon? Slaying of the alchemical dragon, the act of coniuntio, coniunctio. The coming together of opposites can slay the dragon. So the Ouroboros represents the snake or dragon eating its tail. They say serpent, but the dragon can't be the serpent when there's an alchemical dragon that represents the vessel, that ruach, and rejuvenation and renewal, and the alchemical serpent, which represents the impersonal nature and the unconsciousness, androgyny. When the act of conscientio, the bringing together of opposites, occurs, or the snake eating its tail, the serpent is frequently part of the symbolism, not the dragon, the alchemical serpent that is impersonal and unconscious. That's why it's eating its own tail, because they turned us into them. Now we're unconscious. Now we're in a Ruach Tardema. Now we're impersonal. Now we're slaying each other, which is the eating of your own tail, with opposites, Bloods and Crips, Republican, Democrat, this or that, more or more, conscientio, the coming together of opposites represents the androgyny, represents the serpent, which can't be the dragon. Is an alchemy is the study of energy. So the dragon energy and the serpent energy, or snake, or AI intelligence, or dog heads, sinus of phyli, they're the unconscious. They're the impersonal trying to burst into consciousness, AI intelligence, right? That's the Ouroboros, man. That's why the Egyptians were rocking it, because they had to keep you unconscious to be a tail eater. But no more can they create our opposites. No more do the Bloods got to fight the Crips, or the GDs got to fight the BDs. No more slang. No more murder. Murder. No more murder, no more slaying the Naga. We keep the code. We observe to collapse the wave pattern with the intention of code keeping on paradise to get our kingdom love to the Templar. We are the dragon. The conscientio, the coming together of opposites, is them putting us on us, you on you. That's the only way to bring down a dragon. It's for the dragon to devour itself so that they can do what? Extract your living spirit. ThaWaDa for tuning in, my nigga, because they want to put you on the table. And this ain't no fable. But keep choosing up. It's time to be a dragon again. Stay up. Suit up. Choose up. And remember, man, it's most high over everything. You know what I'm saying? For the Nagas, we know it, man. For the Nagas, we know it, man. It's our time. Bye-bye's mouth popping off. MHO. Over. That's dope. MH. Greater sign. Everything. MHOE, man. For my Nagas, it's our time. Shalawam.